So worried about my side beer here.
The unopened side beer.
Up, see? You see? Somebody
Who the fuck? Somebody's getting fired.
who put these side beers here? We put our beers in our pockets around here. Packet beers.
Alright, can you use this both hands? Like,
Really gets in there.
You guys wanted rights. You guys wanted independence.
Hey, I
Is there going to be something right afterwards about if we're not nice that we're also dicks?
Probably.
You ready to do another episode, bud? Now
I am now.
Now I'm locked, loaded, ready to go.
Before it pops open on my night.
Yeah, all right.
I'll
There
sit
is-
here in wet pants.
Can I say that there is, although the concept of pocket beers itself is very cool, the actual doing of pocket beers, not so much. Also, it's like you look so obvious. You look
Your
like
thighs get cold.
you turn into a cowboy. You're all swearing and shit. They're like, "Sir, do you have beers in your pocket?" You're like, "What was that?"
Now you're drunk.
You go, draw.
I just pull it out and shotgun it real quick.
just a random security manager at a movie theater. Just
I was like, oh, you didn't have a pocket beer. Looks like you lost that battle.
you go. Now I know what you're thinking. He's got two pockets and only one beer came out. So you got to ask yourself, are you feeling lucky?
Punk.
Well, do you?
Shotgun.
And then right when you finish that one, he thinks you're all done, and then you Stone Cold Steve Austin 2 more out of your back pockets.
And now I'm going to go watch this movie completely soaked in beer.
Yeah, right. That you think you're gonna get turned away, but that's when he goes, "All right, you're good to go now." You're like, "Fuck." All right, well,
I'm going to have to go buy more beer.
what time does the movie start again? Already having fun. Already having so much fun, guys. Welcome to Pocket Beers. Me and Ian's solo duo podcast. Pocket Beers is going to be a podcast where we talk more in a lane here, so more of everything beer related, everything nostalgia related, some things MMA mixed around,
Just stuff.
yeah, just stuff. But things that me and Ian normally talk about, just off the pod, because we're like, well, we don't want to sit around and talk about that one time in 7th grade forever, like, and waste your time with things over there when we can waste your time with things like that here. Yeah. So here you're more inspired to pop a beer open, sit back, enjoy some nostalgia talk, talking 90s, talking early 2000s.
Dream Street.
Dream
I don't
Street.
know.
Neuralink. You're getting to that phase. I see it. You're getting to that phase where you're just saying stuff, but then you don't commit. You just go, I don't know.
I don't know. Dream Street. They get it.
Are you intimidated in any way by my ability to ad-lib?
No, but I don't like the fact that your chair is taller than mine. It's really kind of bothering me now.
It was a power move. It was a power.
Was it?
We could have had equal-sized chairs. That was the plan behind that.
Yeah, but now they're all wet.
Yeah, yep, we're too late. I'm also glad we brought this in.
Yeah, otherwise it would be wet.
Yeah.
Are you wet at home?
Because
I sure
we're
hope
wet.
you are. This is a nice table. Where'd you get it?
Well,
Side of the road.
I asked my brother for help. No help there at all. Then I had to get a coworker's help, and I found
drinking.
it there. Oh, the universe is that what you're going to say when
Full
you
circle.
inevitably rape somebody?
Inevitably. Good Lord, Joe. You think so low of me that I would do that?
Now I do. You know what? I didn't, and I never would. But then he didn't help me with this table, and I'm like,
And all
that
of a
guy would
sudden-
rape.
All of a sudden, he's a murderer. He did it.
Your Honor, let me say this about Ian. He's one of the most upstanding guys I have ever known, and you're lucky to have him as a friend. But there was this one time where I needed help moving the table, and this guy was drunk, so he couldn't help me.
The judge is just guilty, guilty, guilty.
He like one of those where his glasses are half off his nose, and he.
Note to self: not character witness if I have to go to court.
I'll go. What time was it? Was it 7 p.m.?
It was 8 in the morning. I was drunk.
He's probably
Sorry.
drunk. Yeah. We're gonna say guy's an alcoholic. You're just like, what the fuck? I like make a hand gesture to like a table. I'm like, that table.
You figured it out. See, you're a big boy.
Yeah.
I know you could do it.
I don't think that's the point here. You know, also,
I was teaching you, Joe. I was instilling
no,
self
no.
okay,
Dad.
preservation.
Okay, Dad. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it.
Okay.
I'm here for you, son.
Yeah, I was gonna say this podcast will also be heavily therapeutic for a lot of people. And if you want advice from this podcast, write in, tweet us, write into our email, supersour
We'll give you an
JIR at Gmail. What did you just say we're gonna give
We'll
them?
give him an opinion.
Oh yeah, we're gonna give them an opinion. All right. Did you ever when you were growing up, were you ever somebody who would say your action after you did it? Like cough.
Sometimes.
Achoo,
yeah.
sneeze.
I did that for a while in high school.
Like, I feel like-
freshman year.
like, I feel like for like gamers, like guy gamers and guys in general, like doing the whole ow when something didn't actually hurt is like a
Yeah.
natural thing.
I still do that.
You do it big. You do- I do how big you do it. I took it from you. Because you do it big where like, you know, like somebody will pass by you and accidentally like gently nudge your shoulder, and you'll go,
Oh yeah. I do that to people. But like if I like accidentally hit like the door frame with my shoulder when I'm walking into the bathroom, then I'll just be like, ow, even though it's like that really didn't hurt.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I one time when I was in growing up, I was in GameStop, and I was dying laughing with my stepmom because this guy was like helping us. And here's the thing: if a guy helping us at GameStop randomly was like like sneeze and then was like achoo, might just go past it. But this guy was being one of those pretentious GameStop workers when GameStop was all. They were like the top dog. Like they had all the best deals.
How the mighty has fallen.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like to see where that guy's at now.
He's probably dead.
Probably like makes like a couple $100 on Twitch every month or something like that.
He's addicted to heroin.
There we go.
Under an overpass
Wait.
somewhere.
We can keep going back and forth. I'll say something good. You say something bad.
Okay.
Okay, he's probably like he probably works like IT somewhere now.
He's probably a garbage man.
Wow. Well, he's probably at least married to some type of like low income, mid income woman, so they both match income. They probably work like live in a nice apartment somewhere. He probably got hit by a drunk driver without insurance, and now he's living disabled. I like that one. There's a spin where he's still making good money. Yeah. Oh, the dude is bad, isn't it? Yeah. He didn't make this is an animal. You can kind of see the guy, but that guy doesn't make money. And the woman left him, right? Yeah. I like the games. He's a game channel within that circle, yeah. So, but this is the guy who plays up pretentious, the guy who's just like... He's like trying to find, I think, like another thing from at a different GameStop for us. And he's like, and then he just goes, okay, well, let me just look here. And he sneezes and goes, achoo. And then goes back to working. So, like, he didn't even give, like, a little eye.
So did he actually like sneeze?
Sneezed, but right afterwards, achoo. Like real quick. Yeah. My stepmom back then was like, you know what? Like, she was a piece of shit, but like, a tribute to her for like, she would just look at, I swear to God, bro, she would just look at people. Like, a woman was walking down the street one day. We were driving in the car, and she just a big woman's walking down the street. And I swear to God, my stepmom goes, "Look at that fat piece of shit." And I was like,
my God.
I was such a little bitch as a little kid. I was like, I called her mom at the time. I was like, Mom, you can't say that. But now I'm looking back at it, and I'm like, that was fucking hilarious.
And now every time we drive down the road, we're judging every person we
Right.
see walking.
Yeah, so her problem was she didn't have any comedy spin on it, but she loved judging people. She loved it. Like if I still talk to my stepmom now, it would be fun just because like we would just talk tea on everybody. Like we would just talk shit because she just loved talking that shit, and she wasn't all that herself. So, but yeah, I'd attribute that to a lot of like my roasting now. Like my father tried to like teach me how to roast. I think I just heard Big J Okerson talk about how he taught his daughter how to roast one day, and it was really funny the way. And I'm thinking the same thing. Like I remember like one day like my father just kind of maybe like saw in me that like I wasn't gonna be much of a fighter, so he was just like,
Well, you better know how to get yourself into a fight by roasting people.
really too sure what the deal was.
It was just too large.
Yeah, right. Or maybe it was like his ball went lower. So I don't know if they have to remove like if something has. I don't know. What either way, my father was telling me to make fun of that. He was like, tell him at least both my balls drop or whatever.
No.
Right? See, his roasts were too aggressive. Too aggressive. Yeah, I was gonna bring up today that like even though we're drinking, my body is not feeling good. There's no easy way to segue into this from what we were just talking
There's
about.
no easy way to say it. I'm not healthy.
There's no way to say this that I'm fat.
Are you coming out as fat?
I'm coming out as fat.
Okay.
I'm fat enabled. I'm
still in
fat
the
abled.
closet. Fucking ripped.
Are you burnt?
Yeah.
I'm in shape.
Shoulders.
Look how good I look good.
No, I've seen me naked.
Dude, the past few days I have. The past few days, it's been nothing but it's been nothing but pizza and fast food.
Hell yeah.
Not hell yeah. Not banana bread, bro.
But no, it's banana bread.
No, it's not banana
Just get a
bread.
veggie pizza.
What?
I don't fucking know.
No. And first of all, I will never. If somebody were to call me, get a cauliflower pizza. We'll never get a cauliflower pizza.
They're not bad.
Well, the thing is, it's what's so like. I wake up like I work a lot of like 4 o'clock shifts, and it's like so I wake up. There hasn't been breakfast here to eat anyway, but I wake up
There's cereal in
late,
there.
like 1 or whatever, and then I get up and do stuff and edit or whatever for hour, play a game, go to work, and I haven't eaten anything yet. Then I'm at work, and if there's not pizza there, then I got to keep driving and driving and driving, and then at some point, if there's no free pizza, I'm stopping at McDonald's or something like that. So then,
Make a sandwich.
what?
Make a sandwich before you leave.
There's no sandwich meat. There's no food.
Bring a
Yeah.
beer.
What?
Bring a beer.
Bring a beer. Yeah. That'll make me hungrier. So it's like, every single day, man. It's been like McDouble, small fry, check out Super Sour to see the Bad Boys of Fast Food episode to see my orders from there. But the small orders I get, and it's been like every day, it's one of those, and then pizza stuff. Yesterday, I was mad because I got McDonald's when I left for work. Then I knew me and Reese were going to get Cane's yesterday. So I was like, I don't want to eat too much.
Mhm.
So I had McDonald's to start, though.
Good start.
Yeah, I worked 11 to 7 or whatever
Mhm.
it was. So got and then I didn't eat anything until like 3 o'clock, which I was like, I need to eat something. So I went to the gas station to get gas, and I got 2 rollers. Not gonna fill me too much,
No. Depending.
but around 5 o'clock, a fresh ass large pepperoni pizza got ordered and then canceled. And dude, it's like the scene where Squidward and SpongeBob are hungry and they're staring at that pepperoni pizza
Yeah.
when they're delivering it. It was glistening. I was like, oh, that looks good.
The cheese.
Because a lot of times when we're eating the
Pepperoni.
yeah, a lot of times when we're eating the pizza there, it's not always fresh. Like because like it'll be like, all right, put that there. That's free. We'll tell them, hey, free pizza. And then you'll get back to making pizzas, or you'll go out on a delivery or whatever.
You make pizzas yet?
No, they want me to, but I don't want to.
Fair
Because
enough.
then they're going to ask me to do it too much, and it's going to be a stress. And I'm going to do it better than somebody, and then they're going to want me. I don't want it. No. They asked me recently on my review, because I just got a review, and he's like, what's something you want to work on for next time? I said, I don't know, answering the phones. I don't answer the phones in there, so I was like, I don't know, answer phones. But he goes, do you want to slap dough? Do you want to learn how to make the pizza? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, answer phones.
Answer phones. I mean, it's something.
That's what I gave him. Anyway. So yeah, my diet has been nothing but like saturated fats, fatty fats, salt, cheese, dairy, and deliciousness.
Hell yeah.
And I mean, it's been a ride, but my body is like hot.
You just wake up feeling like greasy.
You ever gotten like the feeling where you are craving a salad or like greens or something like that, or fruit or something? You're just
almost anytime after I eat a pizza or a bunch of pizza.
Yeah. I mean, after a big bowl of ramen sometimes, or like cheap ramen.
Well, I put vegetables and shit in my ramen.
Right. Like, well, let's say cheap ramen. Like, let's say you just heat up a cheap ramen, the one that's like 90% sodium.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I need to drink a glass of water after that.
Yeah, no shit. So I need to fix it, man. But your diet seems, I mean, it goes back and forth because you eat what the moms make, and then if you don't, you just make healthy ramen.
Pretty unhealthy for the most part. What they make,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of bread stuff. It's not like, well, I think the other night there's 2 salads on this thing because they do like the it's like a week of meals and shit. And there's this Monday it was a chicken salad. Or it was 2 days ago.
I love
like
chicken salad.
But it was like an Asian chicken salad. It was pretty good. It was when you came over.
Oh,
Yeah. But no, I'm cutting off of that. I'm gonna start doing the what is it? It's like the caveman diet, so it's nothing but like protein and like green vegetables.
right.
I'm gonna start doing that. Just because I don't know. And also like my eating habit is like I eat till I'm like fucking stuffed.
Yeah.
Which is not a good thing to do.
No.
Ever.
You know what I like about this conversation, though,
Hmm.
is that most of the time when you're listening to podcasts and listening to guys talk, when you hear them talk about this, they go like this. They go, "Well, I had McDonald's the other day," and they go, "Ooh," like they're bad girls and shit like that.
You had McDonald's?
Because otherwise, the conversation
Yeah, 'cause
is
half of them are all like fucking fit boys.
yeah,
all this
or
other
actively
shit.
always like bragging about how they're trying to be, and I'm like, listen, from on this podcast, you're gonna get a lot of like. Yeah, so I unfortunately I broke and had 12 donuts the other night or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
I broke and ate a gallon of ice cream.
like you can relate here. We're gonna get a lot of the fat guys. You're gonna love us. But no, I mean, like, granted, we also want to start eating healthy. Like, it's what we're talking about. But like, we're guys who are consistently like, you know me. Like, I understand my metabolism is a bit. It's not the fastest, but it's a bit faster than the regular one. But like, you know. I get skinny fat, which is what I've learned the term to be called.
Yeah.
And the problem is that like
Skinny fat little bitch.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Because otherwise people are like, you're skinny, you're fine. I'm like, I'm not. I can't. I'm out of shape. I pulled a muscle in my fucking arm carrying that table yesterday. Yeah.
You wimp.
I know.
Where's a heavy table?
Well, all I'm eating is fucking pizza and McDonald's all day.
Dehydrated.
Dehydrated.
I haven't stretched.
I'm drinking bubbly seltzer as water, which is, you know,
It's not too bad.
no, it's still H2O.
0 calories. 0 calories. 0 sugar.
I don't know. We're working on it. I'm working on it. I was just saying to my coworker today, I said, it's funny how like I crave the days of when I had more money, not because of like stuff, but because of like I had money to buy groceries, to be like, I can buy my meal prep to make chicken, rice, salad, all that stuff,
Yeah.
veggies. And when you don't, the thing is what people don't understand is that you buy a lot of fast food when you don't make a lot of money, and people get on you. You're buying all that fast food. You should just buy groceries. I'm like, I cannot afford $80 of groceries today. I can afford $3 of McDonald's today and tomorrow and the next day. And when I get paid,
Yeah.
like they don't understand that you're eating less, but you're only eating McDonald's like once every day. You're eating it every day. But the thing is like, I understand like there's people who will argue this a lot. This is a big argument, I think. But in my opinion, like it's pretty A to B. Like she's playing with a cap. It's pretty A to B. Like you went through it.
Yeah.
You went through it. I've been through it. Everybody's been through it. When you are poor and broke, you consistently buy fast food more because you can get a smaller amount for cheap. To buy a small amount of groceries still costs you like $20 fucking, and it's gone the next day. You
Well-
bought yourself dinner for a day or two.
Well, this day and age, it's way fucking worse.
That's-
Like with the price of groceries and shit nowadays, it's fucking ridiculous. That's where I can understand, especially because you're not just buying for yourself, you're buying for you and Reese.
Mhm.
So
To just buy for me at this day and age, to like I say, I want to do my meal prep. So that's chicken, rice, beans.
I'd say it'd be
salad.
like $100 a week.
That's a lot of fucking money compared to if I went to McDonald's and only ate twice a day. You would look at maybe like $40, $50 a week. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but and there's also like there's different. You can start doing like the fucking because like I see so many like the prepackaged meals. I forgot what the fuck they're called now.
yeah, but those are expensive too. Like the
Per
subscription-
serving.
Yeah,
No, they're like cheaper. Like because they fraction it out, and like if you think about it, yes, it is cheaper than going. And
Well, we're not going to promote any of those
Yeah.
fucking people because we don't get paid
That's why I
by
didn't
them.
say a name.
Fair
Also, I can't
Fair enough.
remember a name.
Why do you think you don't like being touched?
Probably a scooch autistic. No.
It's a good segue into the.
God damn it. Oh, shit. How dare you do that to me?
In a court of law. Judge,
Just spits out his beer. Why is the judge drinking? This is my courtroom. I will fucking do what I want.
do the fuck I want.
All right, so you were saying.
So let's segue into talking about childhood a little bit. Let's do a little childhood topic here. Like we said, this podcast, like I said, heavy about childhood, heavy about nostalgia, heavy about beer, drugs, teen years,
Stuff, fun stuff.
memories, fun stuff, and fun stuff, slick stuff we like. And we encourage you to talk with us about these things too. So let me talk to you about this. It's something. Sometimes I just sit around and I have these questions that pop into my head that I would just love to know from people in general. And one of them was it's because of I think about like what my answer was, and I'm curious all the time to know what anybody else was thinking back then. So when you're growing up, you have a lot of different dream jobs that
Mhm.
come towards you. But when you're growing up, they're like, I'm going to be, it's always top, right? It's always
Yeah.
I'm going to be a singer, a rock star, a professional athlete, or whatever. And I had those as well. But my first ever dream job that I ever had when I was a kid, like whenever my parents, whoever it was coming up to me and asking me, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you think you want to be? I'd tell them I wanted to be a garbage man.
A garbage man.
Yep. Garbage man.
Why the fuck would you want to be a garbage man?
Great benefits. Great pay. I'm 7 years old. I'm like, listen, the Benny's packages is amazing.
You're like, they get paid more than teachers, right?
I mean, I got doubled down when I saw that Biggie Smalls movie, and I saw him do that little scene where he's like, I'm going to get paid $4,000 more than his dumbass. And I was like, well, I know if all else fails, that's what I'll do. But here's the thing. You ever smelt one of them garbage trucks when they're going by?
they're fucking horrible.
I mean, like, could you imagine standing next to that thing all
No.
day?
You would lose your sense of smell.
Couldn't imagine.
You would.
There's not enough money, I don't think.
I mean, $30 an hour. I would take it.
Oh, yeah, I guess there's always a price.
Yeah, there's a price. But I mean, just you got to think it like, well, there could be a benefit because, like, they'd be desensitized to bad smells,
Mm.
and then anything that smelled good would smell really good to them. I would assume. If you're a garbage man, let me know.
You know what? It is such a big jump too. Like from garbage man, nothing ever took that away from me either. Nothing was like, oh, I learned this about garbage man, so I don't want to do that anymore. Just one day, as maybe like a year or so later, I was
You
like,
were just like, I don't want to do that
yeah.
anymore.
I was like, you know what? Lifeguard.
Lifeguard.
Lifeguard. Hell yeah! Hadn't even seen what's it called with Pam Anderson and anything. I haven't seen
No.
Baywatch.
Baywatch.
Yeah, I hadn't even seen anything like that. I was just like, lifeguard seems good. That seems good.
That seems like a cool job.
That just seems
Just sit in a tall chair all day.
Yeah, I guess I was just thinking Florida. I was like Florida, water, pool, beach,
Yeah, I can see that.
lifeguard.
I don't know how much lifeguards make, but
I don't know. Ask Child Joe. He probably thought they made millions. He probably thought. What was your first dream job, Ian?
Surprisingly enough, I wanted to be a pilot in the U.S. Air Force. I wanted to fly jets.
Wow, what an American.
I thought it was really cool. I was like, wait a second. I gotta fly those fuckers. And then they're like, your eyes aren't good enough. And I was like, well, fuck, because you have to have 20/20 vision without contacts or anything like that.
Right.
And I do not have 20/20 vision without contacts. I just don't have 20/20 vision.
You don't got 20/20 memory or 20/20 vision. You don't got none of that.
No.
You know, what's funny is you look a lot like the guy who would say something like, "When I was a kid, I wanted to fight for the army. I wanted to do something for the army."
Well, the second one, I wanted to be basics underwater demolition in the Navy.
Why so specific? The things you wanted to do.
Yeah, because
you
they
really
sounded
knew what you
cool.
wanted to do.
Yeah, they sounded dope.
What branch of the army came to your school to tell you these things?
I learned it through documentaries and shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
You really.
I used to be a smart person.
Did you go out of your way to look up these documentaries?
No, they were like on back when History Channel and National.
So you were
Geographic
just a
was
kid
actually
in your
about
room
that.
watching TV on the History Channel, and you'd watch a documentary about some type of war stuff, and you would see somebody be like, "I'm the underwater
for
bombardier, whatever."
basics underwater demolition.
Yeah, I got what you said.
That one
Seems
I
like-
watched because it was on. It was what 2 weeks in hell or some shit like that because they have like a 2-week hell course that you have to go through.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah, it was.
Well, when I was looking at the documentaries, I didn't see that. You know,
It was a while ago. I was like in the 5th grade. I'm like, there was no Netflix. There was no searching for movies and shit. It was just on TV.
Yeah.
And then I discovered marijuana, and I was like, fuck that shit.
Yeah. I once had a dealer who was like, I'm going to give this all up soon because I'm going to go into like the Navy or whatever. And I was like, what? It seems silly. Like, he was genuinely saying like, yeah, I'm going to like everything fun. It's going away. Like, yeah, I'm just going to go do that now.
Necessarily.
I know that's basically how he made it. I mean, I had the natural like I wanted to be a basketball player and all that stuff. Like I wanted to
Never
be
had any aspiration to be
Really?
a professional sports player.
I played basketball a lot and I played guitar a lot, and I was in and out of like bands as I wasn't good, but like still. And I tried out for basketball in my middle school and I didn't make it. So it's like, but I wanted to be those things. But here's the thing, like I was a one and done, like one loss and done deal.
I lost once. I'm done with this shit.
Right. Like once I realized like I wasn't as good as everybody else and I wasn't progressing as good as everybody else in guitar, I was like, oh, well, I'm done with this. And with basketball, the second I at tryouts, when I didn't make it, I was like, well, there's no point in doing this anymore.
Well, I think in middle school tryouts, it was really just randomized. I don't think they actually like.
No, it's the
paid
thing of
attention.
in basketball, if you're like,
You either got it or you don't, kid.
well, in basketball, oh,
Can you 8?
man, your tenure is really doing good for you. You're in basketball, it's like you either are tall as a kid or you're really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
So you had neither of those checked.
Nope.
Ah, shit.
I thought I was tall. I'm tall, like as a person, but I'm not basketball tall.
Yeah.
A point guard in basketball is as tall as me and you, and that's the shortest person in the fucking position on the team.
Huh.
Everybody else, look at a fucking basketball roster. Small forward, power. Everybody's
I thought they were all like
6'4",
6'5".
6'3". What?
I thought they like basically everyone was like basically 6'5" and above.
Basically, yeah. A
Do
point
not
guard.
fall into that category.
Yeah, yeah, right.
I am not 6'5".
Right. So that's just the
I
way
am
it is.
5'12".
I'm 5'12" on a good day.
On a good day.
I'm 5'12", but I'm a grower, not a shower. So let's talk pocket beers itself, and let's talk beer caps and pocket beers, and why pocket beers.
Why pocket beers, Joe?
Right. So first of all, there were some episodes. That's what inspired the name in general.
I came up with it.
Well, you thought. I think you thought you came up with the concept in general of
No, the
pocket
name.
beers. No. Basically, I was browsing YouTube and I saw like a no-name podcast do an episode called Pocket Beers, and I got bummed out because I read it backwards, and I thought their name was Pocket Beers, and they had done an episode of something else. But in fact, they had just done an episode called Pocket Beers, and I immediately went to the search bar and I started looking up podcasts named Pocket Beers, and not a single person had the name. And so I jumped on it and I said, that's perfect because when I think Pocket Beers, I think Ian. Ian, like we talked about at the top of the podcast, he would just come to the theaters just with blatant bulges out of his pocket and be like, yeah, is that all your multiple cocks sticking out of your pockets, dude? What the?
Yes, I have a condition, sir. And I prefer you not
also
to speak
drinking
about
like an IPA, like like in his hand. And you're like, yo, chill out. So I mean, that term itself means a lot of good times to us, is the way I see it.
Of course.
Brings up a lot of good times going to the movies. Me and Ian, when we argue sometimes, it's like a married couple to where like he doesn't care that I'm giving him shit, but he's just gonna let me. So like he's got beers in his pocket, and I'm like, what are you doing? You can't. And then halfway through the movie, I'm like, hey,
Let me get a beer.
Napoleon, let me get some of your beer. Let me get some of your pocket beers.
Oh, these are mine.
Come on, let me get some of your pocket beer.
Oh, idiot.
So.
No, you thought it was stupid. And look at me, getting tanked watching the Avengers. Look at you over there, Silver. Go back up to the counter.
Go back and go buy yourself an
You're
$11
ruining
beer.
the movie.
You're talking too much. You're talking too loud. I don't want to have this argument right now. I don't want to have this argument. Just give me the fucking beer. No. Oh, you're real mature. Real mature, Joe. Yeah, enjoy Avengers when you pissed yourself. That's why I can't whisper argument with people, because I start doing you hear you pissed yourself. You start hearing the high pitched voice. I don't sound like that.
So stupid.
So dumb. So yeah, and hence the spawn of the podcast where we realize we can just do this and talk this shit. So here's the thing: bottle caps, right? What do you find any importance to them? Like beer caps, bottle caps?
Yes, they're going to be the new age currency once the nukes
And
drop.
you think that because okay, all right, yeah. And which Fallout?
The world on
Yeah.
fire.
I'm like, which Fallout are you basing in, sir?
3.
Yeah, more preferably, yeah. Well, Fallout 4 is pretty lit.
Or New Vegas.
Yeah.
No, I used to put them on my my hats. Like I would crimp them.
Really?
Yeah.
And you'd put them onto your hat, like
Yeah, just like one or two. Like if I bought
glue
like
it or something.
no, you pinch the bottle cap and it stays.
It'll just stay there inevitably.
Yeah, because it's like you bend the bottle
Inevitably,
cap
indefinitely.
inevitably.
I'm inevitable. And
But yeah, no, you just crimp them on there and they stay there.
that's
I thought it was pretty punk rock.
that is pretty punk rock. That's pretty. That's pretty. That's pretty. What you call it? I'll think of the name. That's pretty.
It's pretty
Reese, who's the guys who break stuff? Woodstock, 1990. Limp Bizkit. That's pretty Limp Bizkit.
okay.
Yeah. That's very Limp Bizkit of you. So, I mean, yeah, I just thought, I only ever collected, you know me, I have that big ass collection of the Magic Hat caps.
Yeah, 'cause they have
all
words
the
at the bottom.
they have the little words and sayings and funny
Yeah.
stuff. You know who is a real suspect person? People who collect Mickey's tops. I get it. They have you ever seen the puzzles on the Mickey's tops?
No.
You know what Mickey's is? Nope. That's that, like, it's malt liquor.
Oh.
And it's in a green bottle. When I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I got fucked up on some Mickey's. Let me tell you this story. So one day, my father out of nowhere
started drinking 40s.
I mean, because you normally you do get Mickey's like 40s normally,
Yeah,
but then they started putting them out in like there was like their big thing. They started putting them out in the packs, and it was a little bottle. It was a cute little bottle. You look at it and you go, "That's cool." As a drinker, you'd go, "That's pretty cool." If you don't know, if you know now, if you're a drinker and you're like, "Oh my god, Mickey's," if you don't. You need to try one.
I don't like malt liquor.
I know. I mean, neither do I. Although malt liquor is basically in White Claw and shit like that. So,
Yeah, but it's not flavored like a mango.
Fair enough.
I haven't gotten White Claw in a while.
I'll say I know same because I don't want the malt. I don't want the malt.
I don't want the malt.
I don't want the malt.
But you'll eat that fucking pizza. You fat piece of shit.
Skinny fat piece of
You
shit.
skinny fat bitch.
Yeah, no, it's a side note to this to the Mickey's thing. Mickey's is so like universally like as a drinking community like not liked anymore that at Willard's off of Belcher I believe it is or Starkey or it's off Walsingham, sorry. Willard's they have it's an IPA bar. So they have a big old chalkboard like IPA bars do that has all the IPAs written with the color scheme. And then you've been to Willard's with me before.
Yeah, where they spin the wheel.
And
You
they
get a
have a
mystery one?
Mickey's spot on the wheel.
Oh.
And the Mickey's, and you're supposed to, if somebody lands on Mickey's, they'll tell, the bartender's supposed to yell out, "This guy just got Mickey's," or whatever. And then the whole
And they
crowd's
ring a
supposed to,
bell.
they're supposed to boo. Everybody's supposed to
Oh.
boo you, yeah. Because you're going to drink a Mickey's at an IPA bar. Yeah, so that's why but they do have
They have sour beers and shit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just an IPA bar.
the sour beer would be an IPA.
No, it's a sour beer.
It's
Mm.
okay. Well, you get what I'm
Oh.
saying. They only have sours.
Yeah, they
and,
have fancy beers.
correct. It's a fancy beer bar. What do you
There
want me
you
to say?
You said IPAs.
You're right. All right. Fair enough. I can accept when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I can accept it. You
Makes
piece
one
of
of us.
shit. Yeah. So, but yeah, no. One day, I my father got really into them because again, so the caps had
Mhm.
puzzles on them. And I'll put a little. So they would. It'd be picture puzzles. So it'd be a picture plus a picture equals blank, or picture plus blank equals blank, or equals a picture.
Sure. Small cap?
Well, the Mickey's caps are like about like just under the size of the top of this beer, just underneath the top of it. They're screw caps. They're little like a bottle. Yeah. So there's a glass bottle.
I'm racking my brain to just try to
We'll
think
look
of
'em
what
up
they
after
even
this.
look
Yeah.
like.
I'll show you, and you'll be like, but yeah. So my father had them, and he was so into them.
Sounds like what construction workers would drink in the 60s.
I'm glad I'm not around my right. I'm glad I'm not around my father now because you would drink with him like it was fucking no tomorrow. It'd be insane because he would do shots of whatever, tequila, whiskey, and drink Mickey's and beer. He didn't give a fuck while he was on pills too. He fucking his liver's like
He's probably dead.
I
We can only hope. Da-doom, da-doom, doom.
was that Seinfeld?
I don't know.
So yeah, no, but yeah, one day I got really fucked up on some Mickey's, and when I was a kid, and I'll never drink them ever again since then. So I didn't even know there was a stigma against it as drinkers, but there is, and I'm
Me
with
either.
it. But yeah, I mean, but here's the thing. Going back to it, I didn't think to collecting caps at all until Fallout was a thing, right? I feel like most people our generation like want to collect caps because
You collect like the fancier ones, and you have like a small collection or something.
yeah,
like
once
that.
you get past the joke of like this is going to be a currency, then
Yeah.
you go to
where you just like the cool ones.
yeah, for sure. Or your favorite beer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, you know what Cheerwine is?
Cheerwine?
Yeah,
No.
it's a soda. It's a cherry flavored soda, and they come in glass bottles. And we used to get them all the time growing up. And I used to have like a desk drawer, like one of the small ones,
Mm-hmm.
completely filled with caps of all various sorts. But it was mostly Cheerwine.
Wow.
Like, I mean, I must have had like well over like 500 caps.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
What'd you do with all those caps?
I ended
Spent
up.
them on a weapon.
Yeah, actually, upgrades.
Upgrades.
No, I actually ended up throwing them all away because eventually I was like, why do I have all of these?
That sound must have been satisfying, dumping all those caps.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it sounded a lot better than that.
You guys know what caps sound like. So, Joe, I got to ask. If you had a bar, what would you name it? And why?
So here's the thing. I have an actual name.
Oh, you have an actual name?
Yeah, I want to like think on it for a second, but like right off the top of my head,
Uh-huh.
like it's one of those like it's off the top of my head, and I think it'd be a good one, but
Would it
I
be
don't
like
know.
a themed bar?
This one off the top of my head, no.
No.
Friskies.
Friskies?
I just like the name.
It's like a swingers bar.
You would think,
No, it's just got a bunch of cats.
I think
Cat bar.
I think it would be like everybody would think that. I think that's what would just attract.
That's what it
people.
would turn into.
It would turn everybody would be like, it's a cat bar, it's a swinger bar, it's whatever. Like but it'd just be a bar. It'd be a nice looking, classy bar, and I'd want to play like lo-fi in it all the time and shit like that. Like lo-fi takes a lot of different versions. You can go upbeat, low with it. But just something calming, and it doesn't matter. That would be the stick. Like if somebody's like, I want to listen to something else, I'd be like, buddy, it's what we play here. Like I don't know what to tell you. You know,
you're like, this is my bar, and you're not going to tell me what type of music the fuck.
You're not going to tell me what 24/7 lo-fi video I pick on YouTube to watch.
And thunder.
So, but yeah, I think that'd be a fun one. That's like literally off the top of my head where I'm like, that'd be fun. The name I think is fun, and I'm thinking like it's very black with a lot of mirrors, a lot of like whatever this like kind of lighting is that we have right here. It's like
ambient
lighting, a lot of it, a lot of light bulbs with the ambient lighting. Yeah, that actually I think it just might just be the name of my bar. It's
Friskies.
Yeah.
So what was the other one that you were thinking about?
So I mean, I really like pool bars.
Like a pool hall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But no. Like a pool.
Like a swimming pool?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm thinking an indoor bar, right?
It's gonna smell like chlorine.
Who gives a shit? An indoor bar
Uh-huh.
where or an indoor pool,
Mhm.
big ass indoor pool, with like jacuzzis, but everything's because like it's one of those where like it's like a big square pool, but there's like jacuzzis off to the side,
And it's got like those like cement chairs and shit, so where you can like
Yes.
awkwardly waddle up to the bar.
Exactly.
There's no way you can be
100%. That's exactly.
Are the bartenders going to be in water as well?
That's a tough question. I'm gonna have to ask the
I don't-
bartenders how they feel about that.
I don't think they could.
I don't think they could. It's gonna be hard to make a drink. How you gonna do flair when you're in the water?
Well, also an 8-hour shift in water.
Oof, it's gonna be
They're gonna
tough.
get like trench foot. They're gonna
Yeah.
disintegrate.
I think we have to have some outside patio area as well to make it pool themed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the booths are just hot tubs.
yeah. And I don't. I mean, the thing is like it would be a very cliche type bar because it would be named Cabana Joe's.
Cabana Joe's.
Yep. When I was younger, like that was something like I had pools growing up like a couple times, and every time like I was always fetching. As kids, you fetch your parents drinks, blah blah blah, and they'd be like Cabana Joe, I need to. They would always say that. And
That's hilarious.
yeah. So I took that on for a while, and I think if I had a bar, it would definitely have to. I just think also people just have a good time when they're doing that. A pool bar is fun. And I think some people, the only thing people complain about that with, like, there's one in Vegas or something like that where you can watch events in this big pool bar thing, and it's this big. But people
It's at a hotel though.
Yeah. Yes. And it's like, but you want this outside area, you want the patio-ish area to hang out in as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe an indoor beach type thing, so you don't have to fucking deal with the goddamn heat, and you can just hang out on a beach setting.
That'd
You know
be pretty
what I mean?
dope.
Right? I think so. What about you?
Ugh.
Well, first of all, we're gonna have rodeo. We're gonna have line dancing. They're gonna play Luke Combs every day.
No. See, I would want that really dreary bar that you don't understand why it's open because there's never that many people there, and there's always just that one bartender cleaning a glass. Very
Okay.
ominous.
See, so like a hole in the wall.
Yeah. Somehow he stays open with minimal business.
It's just you. Are you the guy?
Just me. I'm the guy. I'm the only bartender.
So wait, it
It's
sounds like you just
never
want a
busy.
bar to drink at.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
so-
But I own the place.
People come in, get out.
Fair enough.
Get
No.
out.
No, see, I would want to do like a bar/restaurant type deal. Like,
Oh, you want to serve food there?
oh yeah,
I don't want to serve food.
no
No.
food at all.
No.
See, I would want to make good bar food.
Snacks.
Well, yeah, it'd be mostly like fried shit. It'd be like wings and burgers. But
Yeah.
it's not gonna be anything crazy. It'd be called McLeod's.
No fried zucchini.
No.
Clouds.
McLeod's.
McLeod's. Okay. I like that.
See, and then when you hear that, you're like, it's a themed, it's an Irish pub. And it's like, no, it's just a bar. Our food is good.
But you'd hire only Irish like
No,
workers.
no.
And then they're like, but I don't get
No.
it. That it's not themed. You're like,
I would only hire bald people. That would be the catch.
that works.
No,
What if we had a bar together? What would we call it?
shit.
What would the name
Pocket
of
beers.
yeah. And it's a pool bar.
It's
It's
a
an
pool-
actual pool bar.
Yeah, and you actually wait. It's a pool bar.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're thinking outside of the box.
Oh shit. All right. You want to wrap this one up?
How so?
Like this. Thanks for watching this episode of Pocket Beers. Go check out our other podcasts on our other channel, Super Sour.
Throwing hands.
And Throwing Hands is also on Super Sour as well. And this is going to be on its own channel. We're going to have a different channel for Pocket Beers.
Go check out our other channel, Super Sour.
Stay active in the comments for this. Seriously, this is heavily like we like to hear what you think, what we're talking about. We talk about what we think is some of the most
Let us
relatable
give you
shit.
terrible advice.
Yeah. Look out for an advice giving Twitch show. Yeah. Think about that. Follow us on our social media, Super Sour JIR. Everything's still followed at the same social medias. Go check out our Twitch, twitch.tv/Super Sour Games. And we play at nighttime most of the time, past from 10 o'clock on, but we're usually off and on from other times. So just check us out, see if we're there. Give us a follow.
Click that bell.
Thanks for podcasting with me, bud.
It's a pleasure.
Cheers.
I was going to say something mean.
When aren't you?